Just finished episode 5 of this week of X-Men 97, which is actually a sequel to one of the original episodes, which was titled, this one's called Weapon X Lies DVDs, which is of course is a callback, a sequel, and a reference to Weapon X Lies, and VHS. So I just love the bringing that full connection with Weapon X crew. We see all the returning faces: Omega Red, Yukio, Maverick, and of course Kane, and of course Morph joins on the team. And of course, the last episode teased with Wolverine bringing his old Weapon X buddies back together to go on a mission, supposedly to stop Cornelius, as we all know, who experimented on these characters, as we know. But the story grows a bit more deeper and deeper, and it becomes more of a Resident Evil, The Thing style episode with like these bug creatures called the Brood, and you find out that Cornelius was experimenting on them, and it's just destroying everything. And it becomes like a horror. It got jump scares. Like there's a lot of horror theme element in this episode, and it's great as well. Obviously, you get to see all the cast members back from that episode, like seeing, of course, Sabretooth. Of course, we always good to see him having his rivalry with Wolverine, like they always do. Of course, Yukio. Of course, they call back because they're lovers, of course, in the comics, and again, they're seeing her in her superhero formula with her long ass nails. Of course, Maverick and Kane, the two sharpshooters, they're really cool. And I really like that too. And Morph gets to do a lot more in this episode, which is amazing. And the action sequence is great, and there's a really good heartfelt scene as well when they find out Wolverine's been infected by the Brood, and he's just going ballistic because what we really find out, he only wanted to get the team back because he desperately wants to get Weapon X. He wants to get his adamantium body back. That's because he misses that after Magneto extracted him out of his body in the last season. And there's this really good heartfelt moment with Wolverine and Morph saying, "When Sinister took me, you were the one who helped me." And that's true. When we remember that and all that in the older episodes, because we tragically knew that Morph was one of Sinister's puppets, but then Wolverine saved him because he saw him as a person, not as a weapon. And we see Omega Red just hanging out in his sleeper cell, and he wakes up. Wolverine comes back to life, and they have a cool fight, and it ends on a very sad note. Like Morph asks him, "Do you really want to? You really are just an animal with claws?" And he goes like, and Wolverine's like, "I'm the best at what I do," and it just ends on a very kind of sad note because that's the nature of his character in a way. That's the tragic nature, and like there's no like comedic bits, no end quippy dialogue. It's just down. And you're like, wow, this got really emotional. And it's great to see these original characters back. And once again, another bagging episode to the original series and to the sequel show. So